What's up, everybody? We're not back. We're present right now with another astrological breakdown. Still early in the Virgo degree, so let's dive on in. So we got plenty of material for this particular transit. This particular transit is an important transit to me because, well, one, it's my ascendant, but also at the same time, we have asteroids that are coming into play because we got plenty of asteroids that are in earth elements or water, sextile, or trines, right? And these asteroids are just in a closer proximity to the earth. So though, yay, they have a smaller, energy level on the percentage level, it's the closest receptivity, like the moon. But these energies are just zapping back and forth, but they still have an effect on the collective from slight words or vibrations or thoughts you may pick up on. But anyways, let's soar. We have the sun in Scorpio and the moon in Virgo. This is just adding another stellium to this sextile pot of opportunity, or a melting pot of opportunity, however you want to see it, stirring pot, things popping off, making me think of a cauldron right now because I did the etymology on my town and it means a cauldron to come out of. I found that interesting, fun fact. But yeah, so it just added to the sextiles. So we are over worrying, about our deep passions, motivations, and the way we communicate about them, or we are relating ideas with others of how to make sense and stand on, or nurture and add details to components as far as healing, training our bodies, our gut intuitions, our virginity, just being simple, being present in the idea, like the opposition, Pisces, but not in that dreamy, fluid way, just being still, That's an earth way of imagining. It's either everything or nothing at the same time, and you just go out and just gather as you come along. So now I was going to go down the degree orders. The closest degrees that I'm going to get into right now, with the moon being in 9 degrees, is 0 degrees Saturn in Aquarius and Pisces, and 3 degrees Lilith, and 9 degrees directly trining Jupiter in Taurus right now. So we have the moon in conjunct the North Node. So this is over analyzing or worrying about our camp. So are you competing or are you collaborating? Are you adding the devil's in the details to how a mistake that you made with a spark should have been like people that try to help you afterwards, after the fact? I mean, yes, you cannot make the mistake for next time, but it is your North Node. So when you're being uncomfortable, that's you going against the grain and doing something outside of your comfort zone. Now, knowing what is right or wrong within that mistake is give or take of your personal scenario and things of that nature. Or look to your environment or people that are trying to relate to you, because when you're in your individuality, independent bag, you think you're doing more help than harm by taking a lot of stuff on your own. But you can sit back and reflect and add the details of that Virgo, that in conjunction. That's how you can actually better understand, like we actually reached that point. Like I didn't have a specific point for this in conjunction. It's just going to be you misunderstanding and being in that space of competing or you collaborating. And me being an example and collaborating with, jumping into that little in Virgo, jumping into that embarrassment energy, right? Now, it's the moon conjoining that, so it's emotional embarrassment. It's for me, it's like you're control cleaning, but in the back of your mind, emotionally, you feel like you're taking yourself out of the game in another area and aspect where you should be using someone to be relatable versus relying on yourself and your own detailed experiences, because that's what's more comfortable, makes sense for you. But back into the North Node, that leads back, like I said, into actually collaborating with the embarrassing moment, not trying to, make Aries compete where it doesn't compare with others, where it doesn't compare, because it's a new spiritual space and it's a new broadness. So it's sparking the idea. It's not about competing with other sparks. It's about being the spark, being new, being an individual, right? And you know what I'm saying? So we have that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Check on your character. Add details to your character for the North Node. If you're misunderstanding, that's okay. That's when Virgo comes in to add the pieces that you need, that you're using that to. Moon in conjunction Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius, cusping opposition Pisces. So this is a misunderstanding, then going to an opposition. So misunderstanding is clear, it's up in the air, it's mutable. You can relate Virgo with Aquarius, because Aquarius is about humanitarianism and networking and things like that, and you're carrying out the fixed creative energies from what was worked on behind closed doors, the summer equinox, the peak, the pinnacle, and you're carrying out that relatability and making that make sense, making it make practical, because you are all in your heart chakra, and then externalizing that light from your heart chakra, and people are giving their opinions about that, and you're working with that, and you're critiquing yourself on that. So my point being that, when it's up in the air, you're peering into the fog, essentially, because it's that mist, it's that cusp. You're peering into the fog, and if you are trying to add the details, then you're gonna run to that blockage, because you already see the opportunity, you can misunderstand in conjunction, but see that's a sextile if you don't know any better. So that's why I'm saying peering into the fog. You know what I'm saying? The worst thing you can do is put your high beams on in the fog. And although Virgos to put high beams on, it projects by talking, by vibration. But that's a light, by observing, seeing the mechanism of this thing. And that could be trying to put on your high beams when really you think you're going somewhere, but it looks like you're going nowhere. So it psychs you out. You know what I'm saying? Scary type shit. So be aware of that. Moon directly trining 9 degrees of Jupiter, and it's numerology. 9 is wisdom, experience, teaching, learning to teach. You know what I'm saying? A completion of a cycle, and like being from the outside and looking back in as you experience it, as it is a wisdom, as it is like muscle memory, not so much a knowledge, and how you can rub shoulders to get across over in this world. So that's going to be where that 9, 9 degrees comes into play, especially with Jupiter being the numerology of 9, of expansion, of contraction, of experience and wisdom, teaching, learning from experience and learning as you go on the road. So this is the gift of being with Lilith. I'm gonna throw Lilith in there. This is the gift of being embarrassed or transmuting an embarrassing moment about how things are crumbling beneath your feet, getting too lost in worrying and things being unstable, right? So you're using the fix, but you're in the right place to put your faith, Jupiter and Taurus, on the past things that you were standing on in your security systems, from your own security and limiting awarenesses. Virgo, you can have limited awareness where you're going to use Pisces, where Pisces energy is going to come from, where you're getting that piece of that Pisces energy via a gift of one of your fixated modalities about desires, people, places, and things on the surface level, while you're already sextile. And like I said, being a T sextile, trisextile. I'm gonna make that phrase tri-sextile, right? And you're limiting awareness that can leave some upheaval for you to grow, be original, or rebellious something, or make your details that make sense. Like using logic with logic. It's like fighting fire, using logic with logic, but you're gonna get to a point where you need to be, because it's all these walls and stuff. Moon opposing nebulous. It's one of those asteroids that starts with the N that I always talk about, Nebulous or something. Go check it out on Time Patches or something. This is the energy of vengeful, deceitfulness, like a deep vengeance, like you are sacrificing yourself for the vengeance, but not for the greater good. You're sacrificing yourself for the greater evil. So be wary of vengeful delusions that lead you to jeopardize your success by being something, by trying to be something that makes sense when the collective is in a better space for the greater form. Not you sacrificing for the greater evil. Be wary of that, because its opposition is a dead wall, and it's your emotions. So you can emotionally connect to this deep water, deep scorpionic energies already, as this is trining Scorpios. You know what I'm saying? Scorpio stellium. So while you're sextile in that, your sextile take an opportunity. You see something on the other side of Scorpio that is like a piece that, it being the sextile, being the twin concept, you see the deep detail of what people actually think they're looking at when they're pointing at Scorpio, or the scorpionic energy, or the as above so below serpent constellation, Draco. So there's that. And Moon in Virgo trining Phallus. Phallus is an asteroid, another asteroid like Chiron. It was wounded. It was wounded for the greater good because it was taking care of this this wine. It's like a wine. It's like an older version of a wine flask. So it's like a wine flask for Hercules. It's built so it deals with intoxication, and yeah, sacrifice yourself for the greater good. This is in Capricorn, so this is a trine as well, but it has the energy of Pisces. So this would be sextile for this opportunity. So it's a trine. It's a gift. It's a gift to be able to where did I put this? You are sparing something, which is the transformation that is needed to be transformed. The gift to have the, I just can't read my handwriting. Yeah, you have the gift of adding the details and making sense to where, you know what I'm saying, the energy of Pluto and Capricorn doesn't have to transform. It's in its late degree, so you're learning this time around that it's transforming for the greater good, as Phallus, the asteroid, is a degrees ahead of it. You know what I'm saying? This is showing you how to add details to build upon the structure, utilizing for the greater good for humanity and transforming, because where Capricorn is for itself, it can be in itself in a way that it knows that it's being used for the greater good. Capricorn, you know, saying to be a good leader, you have to be a good follower. To use, you have to know how to be used. Everything is for use, for a purpose. So therefore, it's knowing that it's being used. And with Virgo coming in and relating, doing things with others, is bringing the others to that collective conscious that you can build and still have the energy of doing it for the greater good, and not being all like boxed out and all fucking over 4D when we're ascending out to consciousness to 5D, which is what creates the vibe for the 4D to be accomplished by people when we're all on the same timeline. That's how the transformation of this Pluto and Capricorn taking power and control over that is what it's telling us to go through and experience in that manner. And we already know everything about that Scorpionic stellium. Neptune and Pisces. Yeah. Moon and Virgo opposing Neptune and Pisces, because Neptune and Pisces is dreams and illusions, and it's comfortable here, and it's at a place where, like, emotionally, you're going to be in your emotions about analyzing and feeling like you should be analyzing. If you don't, or if you're not connecting with other people, especially with the moon, you're going to be wanting to connect more, especially with people in that embarrassing moment with Lilith there, where you got put to shame from your own way of thinking or speaking, or not being as tactful as going about it, or opposing certain deities and things of that nature for your receptivity. So you receive things through a dark lens, which is therein opposing where we are at home and comfortable in our dream solution, and you can go in and pull the details out of that dream solution, where it's being at home in the ocean and the waters and not all like super spaces where it might be, whereas if it was exalted, you know what I'm saying, you can pass by there and visit, especially with your emotions, right? Because you are in the water feeling connecting, so it doesn't have to make sense how the connection like connects, how faceted, how locked in it is. It's the fact that it's the energy ebbing and flowing back and forth. It's that even though the energy is opposing each other, are you pushing each other to see each other's points of views and respectfully agreeing to disagree? And one person handling one side while the other person handles the other side, and you come together, create that yin and yang, and off and on balance and shift going on there. And of course, we got Ceres in Cancer, so it's gonna be a sextile. You are presenting the details of how you should get things done, taking care of things, right? And when you go out party, then that's like hyper guilty because you're hyper pressuring on yourself. But at the same time, while you're out, you're gonna serve the looks like you are where you're supposed to be versus being at home, you know? Because you're saving face, you're serving the image. And we got Juno in Virgo right now. So emotionally, we got a lot of feminine asteroids in this Virgo receptive energy. And analyzing as far as home building. My nose ring. And you got a lot of feminine receptive asteroids and energies taking place there about commitments, boundaries, where to set these things, whether it be firm and analyzing in the details of what details is different this time from this speech or action that is like either it might be slowed down a little bit, but it's not fast paced and rushed, so that you know someone is taking their time or having the right intent and they're going into it and doing what they're doing. But that's just astrological breakdown. I thank you for being present, being in the moment with me, and staying reading along with me and things as long as these degrees and things of that nature. So have a good day, everyone. You know what I'm saying? Happy Mars Day. Go and attack your passions and stay focused and determined and aligned with your goals, and always doing things with God in the space of infinite possibilities. No expectations, no letdowns. Peace.